again, UAE is inviting, I would say, trouble and making people really think. UAE, this one is Arabian business. It seems sin tax, not syntax, sin, like Adam and Eve committing sin, tax. They call sin tax when you, for those of you who don't know, sin tax is putting a tax on those items which people are addicted to, like alcohol, like cigarettes, stuff like that. Okay, so UAE cabinet has decided to increase a 50% tax on anything that is sweet. Okay, so anything that is sweeteners, anything that has sugar, anything that can be converted to a drink is going to have a 50% tax. So if you are paying $1, now it's going to be $1.50. I'm just giving an example. If it was $10, now it's going to be $15. So they're going to have 50% tax on any product that is sugar, sweeteners, or can be converted to a drink. And you'll have 100% tax. First they had only on cigarettes. Now you'll have on e-cigarettes, smoking devices, and liquids. So, what is the impact? What is the impact for manufacturers, distributors, retailers? They're going to mark up their prices. They're going to increase the cost. And this is going to impact the consumer. So if in case I had enough money to buy, let's say I had enough money to buy 10 cigarettes. Now, obviously, with that limited budget, I can buy only 5. So it's half. So consumption is going to be less. Products are not going to be sold. Costs are going to increase. It's going to affect demands. As per their study, what they felt is because of this tax increase, 50% of premium brands would lose sale or lose their market, being able to sell to the market, and 30% of cheaper mainstream brands. I look at it as now people are going to look at cheaper and viable options because obviously you're losing money. So how do you make money? End of the day, I just see as inflation going to hit UAE, consumption going to decrease, businesses are going to close down, people are going to lose jobs, and yes, it's going to shake up the entire economy. This is just a short-term solution for the government, but it's impacting the country in such a way that UAE is losing the attraction of being a tax-free country that it was to being, it's no more tax-free. They're taxing us, they're charging us, I'm still paying. So even though it can be a little cheaper than most of the countries, however, once you live there and you end up spending and you don't save anything, it negates the whole purpose of being in Dubai, because at the end of the day, you're never going to get citizenship, you're never going to have a future, you're just going to be a passing guest in that country. So this is as far as I see it. Now, this next piece of news is something that seems to be a trend or a cycle that's repeating itself, and it's not a very good thing. I remember this news happening, or a lot of people talking about it, especially when the property market crashed. People were just parking their vehicles at the airport and just running away, or, the government was realizing that all these cars are parked here. They've been here for a couple of months. Nobody's claiming them. What's happening? And they found out that the owners were either business owners or people who had taken credit cards or loans and just ran away from the country. So now the trend is repeating itself again. The national newspaper reports that more than 2,000 abandoned cars were towed, or 2,400 were dumped vehicles as a part of the drive to enhance the image of the emirate. If you check my previous videos, I put up there was this massive area in Sharjah where cars from years and years were just left lying there. Luxury cars, Lamborghinis, Rolls-Royce, vintage cars, they're just left there, and the owners ran away. It's happening once again. And this is a clear indication that the market is moving towards recession. So if in case you're doing any business with anybody, you're giving them a loan, or you're giving them on credit, be careful. Most probably you may not get your money back. And so that is why I tell people, do business, lower margins, but do it on cash. It seemed, 2,400 vehicles, not a joke. It just happened, I don't know whether they did it within this month. The funny bit was the fine print that came here. They said the owners of these abandoned cars now face 1,000 dirhams penalty. Well, given the fact that they ran away, how are you going to penalize them or how are you going to find them? So that's the stupid part.